today is designated International Day of Peace by the United Nations. It probably won't be reported upon. We have a military budget close to $1 trillion and $50 million dedicated to the Institute of Peace. And some have said, well, the Department of State is that branch, but no, it's not even close. It doesn't do that work. Peace is about sitting at the table with the mindset that John Lennon spoke to in the song Imagine. Peace is about emptying the mind, stilling our desire to fight, and seeing what we have in common. And that's where common sense comes from. We all have in common that we want to breathe, that we want clean air. And today, as our world leaders posture for a World War III, we're at a tipping point where International Day of Peace means so much more. Every day, my golden retriever Mojo and I set our intentions to not cause harm. We set our intentions to hold a posture that comes with nonviolence, nonviolent resistance. We can see that this process that was demonstrated by Gandhi and Dr. Martin Luther King and Mandela, Desmond Tutu, the Dalai Lama, these processes work. We have to sit together and empty our anger, our negative emotions, our thoughts, where we think we're right and they're wrong. As Tom Harris said, if we want to move forward, we have to start these discussions from a position of, I'm okay, you're okay. Then we can move forward with some common sense that would say, we don't want to end the world. We don't need to blow the world up 5 times so that we can say we're winners somewhere. So this is where Mojo and I do our toning and our howling. It's howling for healing, howling for toning, toning for peace, recognizing that we want to have our world to be a world of not hurting, but healing, a work of stewardship rather than tearing down, a work of uniting rather than dividing. We can no longer live in the world of us versus them. We all come to our current situation from our life experiences. We have to seek understanding rather than push our agenda on what we think is right. Mojo, are we ready? Okay, here we go. Come here. After we do that, I move into John Lennon's song, Imagine, followed by Amazing Grace and recognizing the sacred in all things. No right, no wrong, just honoring the commonness of all earthlings and the task we have at hand for growing stewardship, knowing that we can't stop change, but our stewardship will slow inevitable entropy. Change is real, we can't stop it, but we can do a lot better at not speeding entropy by our careless actions. So given the song Amazing Grace, in the first verse it says, I was blind, but I couldn't see. And to me, the real meaning of that song comes out when I say, I was blind till I saw there is no me, just we. This ground that I'm standing on is truly sacred ground to me. Shortly after 9/11, thousands and thousands of mourners gathered here for one of the richest ceremonies I've ever been able to participate in. Religious leaders from all traditions, right wing, left wing, made no difference. We were human beings, deeply wounded, in search of healing. And when we touch the sacred, that's what it is. That connection that we all have with each other, where we lay down our differences, lay down needing to know, stepping into that land of the unknown, where we can begin that healing process. I was fortunate enough to play taps for that event. It was one of the most significant events of my life. So once again, this International Day of Peace is good food to ask ourselves why we would spend so much money fighting each other and so little money in the technical skills involved in meeting each other for bigger solutions.